meeting. Thank you everyone for joining us for a seventh virtual FOSE gathering. And if you be so kind, please show me the next slide. So, oh yeah, and the next one as well. Okay, so that's our agenda for today. We are at the point 1. If you didn't notice, then I will give the microphone to Vivian, the chair of the European Scout Foundation. So she will update us with what's going on in the board and in the foundation right now, and then we will get slowly to the next points. So as always, I would like to ask all of you to mute yourself, and so only the person who will talk publicly will have the open microphones. And of course, at the end, as always, we'll have a time to mingle again and share some maybe Christmas recipes or whatever. Okay, so yeah, Vivian, microphone is yours.
Thank you. Yes, we have had a lot of things going on, so you get the latest news. Some of you will already have seen it if you got the time to read the newsletters that went out and perhaps on Facebook. We have a big loss and a big gain on the board. It's Walter Hofstadter, our treasurer, who is leaving us, who has really, I will say, we don't have words to express what he's done for the foundation, for a lot of people out there with the projects. Yes, and it's really with a lot of I'm real thankful for what he's have done during all this time. On the other hand, we have, and of course, and that will be later on, we are looking for a really good treasurer again. But at the moment, we have a gain as well. It's Johan Stritt. Some of you might know him. You've seen the picture of him in the latest chair's letter as well. He was one of a number of really highly qualified applicants. It was difficult to make our choice, but we're sure to have chosen, you can never say it's the right one, but it's really someone we're glad with. He's got a lot of scouting and fundraising experience, business experience as well, and broad knowledge coming from his thing he's done in civil society. He's a representative, he's coming from Sweden, so we're having someone from the northern countries again. That we've always said we want to have a diverse board, so that's something that will happen with Johan. So it's really with a big welcome we give him. You've seen the open call, I guess, so for those that didn't get to read it, he will especially be responsible for the contacts to the country coordinators. That's why it's so important for us, those different experiences he has, to support the country coordinators to go out there, be in contact with the different FOSE out there, and of course in supporting them with fundraising. The board had a weekend in November, and we were really lucky to meet again face-to-face in person. It was never sure whether it would work or not. It did. There we have decided that we want to develop a general strategy for the foundation, the board. We've been talking about succession planning. As you see, the first step has been done now. And of course, finances were a subject as well. And there, just to tell you, I don't know whether you go on our website once in a while, the last audited report is on there. We're really transparent. You get all the figures there. And just to pick out the kind of, those I think they're really important, that we got 81,000 francs from the Friends of Scouting this year. No, sorry, 116,000. Oops, now I'm mixing it up. And we had earmarked donations for over 34,000 francs. So we did payments to projects for more than 53,000 francs. So that was the year we spent the most until now for projects. And that's really why we have this foundation, why we're glad to have you as donators, that you can go out there and make that difference. A lot of money is coming in as well from the interests on the FOSE capital. So that's really what, and it was a great year in this point. We had especially a big profit on market, what was a result from Walter's good stock market business. We also discussed during our weekend in Zurich the communication. Agnieszka is still busy with the new website we've all been talking about. I don't know whether she's going to give an update on that a little bit later on. And the flux system, that might be familiar to some of you. We've already been talking about it. The system that will help us to, or the people submitting a project. And there we're still on the way there. We don't have it yet. The board had job interviews for the job for this new board member. And we were all so in contact, where I was, with Tom Johnson. I'm glad he's with us this evening. He will tell us a little bit more, because he was a really big donator the last year, made a lot of fun, and a big, for me to be in contact with him, and a big difference to a lot of scouting groups out there to get their project supported. The board had the board, it was special Bianca, Abir, Tyler, and me reviewing the projects last week. So I will give you a short information on that later on. The board will meet in January again. After all the restrictions we're having, those change. I'm not very sure whether we'll be able to meet in person. We will decide in the beginning of the new year, but we're really hopeful that it will work in May, but otherwise we all got used to it. We'll have this meeting anyway in January, but probably online. And one of the last figures I'll hand out now is, at the moment, we have 769 FOSE in a total. Those are 310 life friends. That's a dozen more than a year ago. But with the annual friends, there are only 459 at the moment. That was a drop from 164. We tried badly. The country coordinators were out there, but we have to be honest with those making the donations. So we can't just keep people on the list if they stop donating. And the same will happen next year again. There are still quite a lot of people out there that haven't made a donation this year. And because of those giving the money, we will have to be honest to take those off the list next year again if we don't get the donation. But to have a little bit a nicer thing will be, we're having Peter and Lena telling us more about it. That will be the nice thing for me next year, to meet in Latvia again and have a gathering with the others. So that's for the moment a little bit. Oh no, I wanted to tell you, it's a figure as well. Those projects we've been supporting in the last financial year, all in all, those were 23 projects. So we had really, we could make a big difference. And it was, I forgot to count it, 3, 4, in 12 different countries. So that makes, was really a nice thing to do. Thanks to all of you giving us this help to be able to do that good work out there. Thank you.